Welcome back to the Dosage podcast. It's your girl Diamond, and this is the season finale of season 3 of the visual podcast. And it's bittersweet, but I just want to thank every single body who has supported me, who has tuned in, who has shared the content. I want to thank all the guests who have came through and gave me their perspectives and their insight. And I want to thank What's the Word TV for hosting and producing this season. I'm so grateful for the support, and I just want to continue to share love, teach knowledge, and I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Today I'm really excited that I have Korporate. I manifested you. I said that to myself. I swear to God, because I was telling my team, like, oh my God, I want him on the show. And then, like, next thing you know, we in the DMs, we talking, and you on the show. So I'm really grateful for you. Like, and I was watching some of your interviews or whatever you was doing, and you were basically saying, like, you don't like being labeled as one thing. You like to be labeled as an artist, as an entertainer. Like, you're a Renaissance man, basically. You do it all. And I really respected that, because that's how I always felt. Like, please don't box me in. I do multiple things and I'm good at it. So I just want you to give the audience a little more of an introduction.
Oh, God, blessings. Well, my name is Korporate, and I'm an artist and entertainer from Chicago. I gained a vast majority of my notoriety from a series of videos that I produced and uploaded to the internet, shining a light on Chicago culture. The video started as a marketing strategy and just kind of grew into this phenomenon, this brand, this platform that I use to be able to push, my music and other things. So, man, I can't be nothing but grateful.
Yes,
for sure.
You're great at what you do. Like, the way that you take Chicago culture and just, like, reveal it to the world and, like, mirror it to the world, I think it's perfect, because I don't think we have, like, that representation where it's, like, raw. Like, when you do your skits, it's like real Chicago culture, and it's what people take and they globalize it, but it's just never, like, we never get our credit. And I just think you do an amazing job with your videos highlighting that.
Man, blessings. That's actually one of the things that influenced me to start even putting that type of attention towards Chicago and how we coming. And that's with how disappointed I was by the Chirac movie.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit was just like, foo-foo is hell. You fed me, but motherfuckers had to come through and say today, you fed me. Like, I ain't know they was really gonna put the responsibility in my lap, but shit, once it was there, I just kind of, straightened up and kept pushing shit.
You do an amazing job. Not only do you do that, but, like, you influence a lot of the youth, a lot of the culture, a lot of people, period. Like, you uplift Chicago.
Blessings.
And we was talking, like, I think you're a positive product of your environment. Everybody always talking about the negative products of the environment, but I think that you took, what you was accustomed to, what you grew up in, and made it something really positive. So I respect that.
Most certainly. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
Man, my pleasure. Shit, that's why I had to slide in your DMs like, hey, shorty, I'm fucking with your little broadcast. You feel me? Because you bring me on that motherfucker. So it was a blessing.
And we here. Okay. But yeah, like we talked a little earlier, we about to get into some things. We about to get into some deep shit. I definitely want my audience to see a different side of you, because I do think you're very layered. And I can tell. But before that, we're going to get into this or that segment where I ask you a couple questions. Just you comparing the two and you pick your choice. Okay?
Fair.
So the first one is old hundreds versus new hundreds.
New hundreds.
New hundreds. They cute.
They fashionable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Classic cars versus new cars.
New cars. You know what I'm saying? I tend to gravitate toward new shit because all my life, like, with all my life I had to fight. Fuck you, talking motherfucking struggled, and it's just, coming up out of that shit, like, you get exposed to this new world and new things, so on and so forth. So I'm gravitating toward new shit for sure.
Okay. Old. Okay, this way. I need your insight on this one. Old card cracking scams, like the fake checks, or the new scams, like the unemployment.
Oh man. I wouldn't say I had, I'm saying, any association with either one of those things. I've heard. I've heard that the fundamentals dropping that motherfucker and wiping that account down. You feel me? Like that you can't beat that. But the unemployment, it just feels just very, very, very traceable. Like that shit is just like, damn, like motherfuckers doing unemployment in their own name, in their own state. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I prefer the old way, you know what I'm saying, of what I've seen other people do. You know what I'm saying? You just drop that shit up in there, you feel me? At the ATM, down it up, you feel me? We gonna wipe this bitch down. So, yeah, I prefer that old thing for sure, for sure.
Okay, thank you for that.
Indeed.
Thank you for that insight. Last one, old bodies versus new bodies. And this just like, you know what I mean when I say this, like natural bodies or like these new booties. What's up?
Man, it's kind of hard to say because, I definitely got a thing for that thoroughbred activity. You know what I'm saying? But the new structures is like they look good, but you know what I'm saying? Like some of them kind of feel like built for a tough. You feel me? So it's just kind of like bittersweet. But when you got the natural grown like that wiggle, you feel me? You feel me? Like that shit different. So I'm gonna have to go with the old bodies.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay. So for today's topic, like I told you before, we're gonna get into some self-discovery and some self-mastering and just, finding your true authentic self and like what that means to you and like does your purpose align with that. So what do you think about mastering yourself? Or what do you think about people mastering themselves and creating their own destiny?
Man, it's funny that you asked that. I feel like in order for me to even be able to make it to the point that I'm at, I had to master myself. I had to tap in to my, inner passions and my inner abilities. I had to become the master of my abilities. Even with the content and the, acting and directing that I do, I didn't go to school for any of that. Working the cameras and everything, like that was just strictly self-taught. YouTube and, consulting with different people that, kind of operate in that wheelhouse. And, even with that, it really just showed me that anything is really possible.
Absolutely.
A lot of times we have so many excuses on, why we can't do this and why we can't do that. But in actuality, even with information being so easily, obtainable, there's really no excuse. Like when it comes to even production, usually you have a motherfucker that's handling the camera, motherfucker that's editing, motherfucker that's doing sound. I'm learning all that shit on my own. Like, me and, a team of mine, we handle the cameras, shoot. I edit that shit myself, I'm learning the sound part of that shit, the H6 zoom and, trying to get them levels correct and so on and so forth. So with that being said, like when you master yourself, you a different type of fucking monster and can't nobody do shit with you for real.
Period. And that's so true. I think when we master ourselves, like we hone in on our strengths and our weaknesses, and we just get like a full picture of who we truly are. Like you had said something like you create your own opportunities and your own success. And a lot of people like to put the blame on other people, but nobody's coming to save you. Like this is our own life, this is our own destiny. Indeed. We have to do what we got to do to get through it. But a lot of people don't realize that because they so stuck. They live in fear. A lot of times people live in fear.
Even when I left the post office in 2017, like, it was definitely a leap of faith. It's a lot of people that are looking to, hop off into their own endeavors and they don't know when to leave a job and they just looking for the right time. Like, it's never the right time. Because even when I thought it was the right time, when I got up out of there, November 2017, I lost my truck December 2017, and then I was up for eviction after that. And it had me thinking in my mind, like, damn, I made the wrong decision. Like, but I knew I couldn't go back. Because even when I went into the office of my job, they was just like, nah, we figured that you'll be leaving soon. We know we gonna see you on TV, so on and so forth. So it's just like, I got other people believing in me, my children believing in me because they my number one fans, and I just had to really believe in myself. So I just kind of tightened my belt, you know what I'm saying, and strapped up my shoes and just kept pushing. Like, and you know, you got to go through that motherfucking struggle, but shit, it was just that until you come up out the water.
Yes, but it'd be hard being in the water.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to leave my job. I still work a job. And it's just like you said, it's never a right time. And I know that. But it's just like the fear that's out there, the fear that, you know, what if this don't work out? What if, what am I supposed to do? And I think that just comes back to like just knowing yourself, knowing your skills, what you're good at, and, you know, how you can make something out of nothing. And I think that's what you did. I had no clue.
When you look at this as far as like, you know, deciding when to leave a job, right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about working at your job, when you got shit that you need to do in life, so on and so forth, you make sure to put them hours in, make sure you got your full 40, and if you can get over 40 hours in that week, it's that. Just think about if you, instead of, you know, working for that company, you are that fucking company, and it puts fire under your ass in a whole nother different way. You know what I'm saying? With me being the company, I don't have nobody telling me like, you work too many hours this week, you got to go home. I can work 24/7. I literally control how much fucking money that I got coming in. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when shit needs to get done, then I do that push with no limit or no cap. Weezy say no fucking ceilings. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you think about it in that fashion, I would hope that it help you to, you know what I'm saying, make that decision to get up out of there. Like, of course, it's going to be like, damn, I ain't got this, you know what I'm saying, this guaranteed income and so on and so forth. But it's going to push you to do whatever you got to do to have that income coming in. And it's just like, once you get to that point, it's just going to be like, wow. Like, because when you think about it, you have companies, they make billions of dollars and you get such a small fucking percentage. And when you become a business and then you're like, damn, you got people on payroll now. And it's just like, damn, like you are the company and you're seeing that money, that large bulk sum of money that that company is seeing that you used to work for, that just pinches you pennies.
And you know what? That's what hurts the most for me, because I know that. Like, I know, like, I'm being oppressed. It's not that I don't make no money, but it's not, I know I can make way more money doing what I truly want to do, what I truly love. And it's just like the system has just fucked everybody to live in a certain fear and live in a systematic way. You know what I mean? So it's just hard breaking those barriers. And it's hard, especially like when people offer so much insight and criticism on your life. That's what I don't like. Don't like.
Yeah, I'm really big on that. Fuck you. Because at the end of the day, it is my life. I got to deal with what the fuck's going on, so on and so forth. So once I come up with whatever the fuck I'm trying to push towards, what that, bam, it's just that. Like when I first left the post office, my granny, you know, the older people, you don't leave no government job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Donnie. Donnie, like, you know, Granny, I had to get up out of Donnie. That was I understand, Granny. Like, you know what I'm saying? But years later, it's just kind of like, damn, I guess you did make the right decision. Right. So, man, you just got to believe on God.
Right. But like, that's where a lot of people go wrong, where they don't know like where to pull that motivation from, or that belief, or that confidence. You know what I mean? That's because they don't really know who they truly are and their power and what they possess and what they have to offer to the world, you know? But I do think our journey is a part of our purpose and who we are. It's all aligned together. So, like, when did you realize you had a purpose, or do you know your purpose? Is it what you do? Because a lot of times people think our purpose is what we do, and it's not necessarily the same thing.
Man, you know, purpose is it can be such a confusing thing. You know, you meant to do something, but it's just a matter of what. And my deep down tear-inducing passion is rap. Putting words together and communicating ideas and putting shit on a motherfucking mind, popping my shit, like, you know what I'm saying, etc., etc. But is it my purpose to be the Chicago's Tyler Perry? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it and that just came out of fucking nowhere. And it's like I'm growing more and more in that area. So I think with life, it's just a lot of trial and error. And you know what I'm saying? You just pretty much just got to push whatever works. But you know what I'm saying? When you really got the passion for that shit, you know what I'm saying? You got to pull for what you really have a preference for. Because music is my preference. So I have a lot of different things coming into this year, into this new year, that's really going to, you know, help me to get that real push toward the music. And, you know, if it just don't go, then I think I'm going to just feel like it just wasn't meant. And then, you know, the main focus just going to be on being Chicago's Tyler Perry for sure.
Right. But do that mean you're going to stop rapping? I feel like a lot of people, you know, get discouraged when they don't see the numbers and they don't see people interacting with their content, or they don't see people, like, you know, rooting for them in that area, and they get really discouraged.
I think I can't stop rapping. Like, it, you know, that shit is just so fucking therapeutic for me, and it just does so much for me. So I think I will probably end up just being like on some like Pusha T, Jay-Z shit, like dropping every blue moon. But whenever I do drop, that shit is like fuego.
Exactly.
So yeah, it probably end up being that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't ever want nobody to feel like, because you know what, a lot of people live for validation, and that's not the inner self, you know, because the inner self is complete, it's whole, like it has its tunnel vision, it knows it knows whose it is, and it's like the soul, that's what I'm referring to. But a lot of people seek validation in the things that they do and the things that they, you know, create. How do you maneuver without seeking that, especially in the industry, you know, because that's hard.
You really have to be in your own bubble. A lot of my raps, a lot of the content, like, it's just ideas that I came up with, like, out of the clear blue sky on my own. And there are, you know, several different ideas that motherfuckers was just like, what?
You know, my favorite skit of yours is the Chicago niggas J Down, because that's how they be.
Which one?
Some of the I forgot. You had like this white shirt on, and there was this girl that was walking away from you. That was my favorite video of yours.
Hey, I think that was with Doriel.
I think so.
You know, I have a lot of experience in that toxic realm. But I mean, relatability.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can make a lot of money off of relatability. Yes. So yeah, it worked.
Yes. That's what people like. You know, that's what I learned, like, even just doing my podcasting and blogging and writing and stuff, is people need something they can relate to.
Absolutely.
Like, they need something they can identify with. And that's what creators like you, creators like me, creators, period, can do for other people. And that influence is just so powerful.
Most certainly.
Yeah. And I think it works through us. And, like, people need somebody that they can look up to.
Absolutely.
So, but it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, you're a Sagittarius, so I know we're pretty, like, optimistic people. Like, we like to see the brighter side of things, but we have bad days, too.
Absolutely.
We have bad days, too, where we don't necessarily feel like we doing our best, or we could be doing more, or, you know. Yeah. So what do those days look like?
I don't know. My days is just me. I'm never fucking satisfied. Like, no matter what level I acquire, no matter what I achieve, I want more. And, you know, contrary to popular opinion, people would meet me and they expect to find this funny and bubbly and friendly motherfucker, but quite honestly, I'm the complete opposite. I'm low key a dark person, for real. Antisocial as fuck. Don't talk to me if I don't know you, really? Type shit. But I think a lot of that came from growing up in Chicago. For real. I don't know what's to motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers that get down on you, they'll smile. They'll get down on you with a smile. So even when motherfuckers is coming up to me, like, smiling and shit, like, Korporate, I'm on God, blessings. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know how to come up out of that, because, of course, we all a product of our own experiences. I've, you know what I'm saying, observed a lot of violence and lost some close friends, one of them being Zach TV. Right. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, me and him worked side by side a lot, and, you know, we graduated from the same high school, same year, and we was considered the, you know what I'm saying, the shining stars of our class. Wow. And, you know, to work so closely with a motherfucker and, you know, motherfuckers get down on them like that, it just kind of hits you like, damn, like, it could happen to you. Damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's just like, damn, why did it have to be Zach? Because that nigga was nicer than me. I'm an asshole, to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he just showed, and I was trying to, you know, take away from him, like just learn from him. Like he was just showing love to everybody and, you know, putting energy into other people, aspirations and brands and so on and so forth. And it happened to him.
Right.
Shit ain't.
So that it can happen to anybody.
Anybody.
Right. So you think a lot of people from Chicago, especially black men, walk around with that chip on their shoulder. Like, who can you really trust?
Absolutely. Men and women alike. The pets here too, goddammit. Dogs, cats. Don't nobody
cats.
trust no motherfucking body. Facts. It's sad. I mean, but it's just real shit. Motherfuckers done been through some shit.
Right.
Like I done been through some shit. So it's just like I just can't trust easily. Like I don't know what's to you.
And you know what? That's hard. I feel like, especially in your position, because you are in the limelight and people want you to be this approachable person, but it's like whole time they don't know you.
Absolutely. I try my best, you know, especially for, you know, children, especially, like, you know what I'm saying? Like take the pics, like, like, you know what I'm saying? For women. But when niggas come up to me, ain't none of that playing and all that goofy ass shit. Like, you know, you feel me? Like, cause I don't know what the fuck they on, G. And if you make a motherfucker feel like it's that, is glazed for even a second, is up and it's stuck. And I just be wanting it to be understood. This is
y'all
not
heard
that.
The man.
It's real shit.
Y'all heard the man. But I want to touch on something you said. You say you always want more. And you know what? A lot of people get confused with wanting more is just something that's more egotistical or something that's like people consume themselves with the material world. But I agree with you. I think we should always want more. And I think that we should always want to expand and try new things and try new horizons because we just don't know. I think everything is abundant and we limitless and we have so much to offer. And so when you say you want more, what else do you want to do? What more do you want?
More opportunities, more money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just I'm really trying to create this generational wealth for my children. Absolutely. So it's just like the more work I put in, a better position they'll be in once they come of age. More businesses, you know what I'm saying, fucking with the real estate shit, open up some shit, so on and so forth. Like I just want the world. Like it's just so much out there for you to, you know, have the opportunity to grasp. And I'm just hungry hippo type shit. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need all that shit for
Me
sure.
Too. I need it all too. Man. And it's like staying hungry, staying motivated, staying true to yourself, staying authentic. It's easy, but it's not as easy as people think if you don't take that time to like really get to know yourself and create yourself. A lot of people think that we find ourselves, but we create ourselves. You know what I mean? We take the time to put our thoughts and our energy in stuff we're interested in. So that's creating yourself. That's not necessarily finding yourself. Do you think us creating ourselves is us shedding old versions of ourselves? Because a lot of times, like, old friends of mine are saying, you changed. But really, like, can you tell the difference between changing and growing?
I feel like it's one and the same, you know, and you can, you know, a fucking, a caterpillar to a butterfly. They're visually two separate things. Like they operating differently. The caterpillar is really just focused on like scrunching around, like, you know what I'm saying. You go into a butterfly, you look different, you flapping your wings, like shit is just different. Like if motherfuckers saying you changed, that's a good thing. Now it may not be for the better in every case, like, you know what I'm saying, but the whole purpose of life is to grow and develop. Like, so I don't see anything wrong with change at all. I think consistency, you can change, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you break consistency. Exactly. Though. Like you could consistently be a real nigga 100, but still grow into a better person. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's
I think people have a hard time just defining those things because a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people are just stagnant people, period. Mentally they stagnant, physically they stagnant, emotionally they stagnant, and they don't want to progress. So when they see people who are not like them, it's just a lot of people project, and so they project and they interferes on other people. Has that ever happened to you? Like where people not necessarily, but they try to box you in, try to humble you or make you smaller.
You know, humility is so important.
Yes.
No matter how high you climb, you have to maintain a level of humility. I am Kanye in my head. Like, I just feel so fucking highly of myself, but it's a polished way to go about that. I don't talk much. I just let my work speak for myself. You know, when a lot of motherfuckers, they may try to box me in and say, sometimes that's just shade. It makes me smile.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hate be giving me like all the fuel I need, to be honest.
Hey, I love that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember you know, I was in the drive-thru at McDonald's. Got up to the window. Shorty was like, "Oh, Korporate, ooh, out the bed, I rock with you. Ooh, oh my God, Korporate, ooh." I'm like, Blesssingssss, ooh. Her coworker like, "Who is that?" Korporate, ain't that just that Facebook boy? He ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? We're out the bam. And it's just kind of like, you know, it's obvious shade, so on and so forth. But it's just like, when you know what you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't imagine how lucrative this shit is, like, you know what I'm saying, in entertainment. But you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, she may have, you know what I'm saying, had gripes with herself about her not growing to her full potential. Some people, like me personally, I love to see somebody else doing they shit.
Yes, and reaching their full potential.
Like, that shit makes me happy.
Yes.
But some people, if they see another motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying, flapping their wings, that's just straight envy. That's hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? That is not God-given energy.
Period.
That is from down below, G. Like, it, and all you could do is just rebuke ye. Like, that's all you can do. I rebuke ye. Oh, fuck them.
You know what? When we talk about energy, I think it's so important to surround yourself with people that are like-minded. Indeed. Or people that's like can mentor you. Like, a lot of times people don't want to humble themselves and become the student and get lessons from a teacher. A lot of people just want to be the teacher. They want to just, you know, talk so fucking much, but they never want to just take a step back and be the student.
Yeah. That's the most important thing, is knowing that there's always room for improvement and learning and getting knowledge from someone else. Even when Cody was setting up the equipment, I just was inclined to ask some questions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm constantly researching, editing, and working with the camera, so on and so forth. And when he mentioned about making sure that the coloring was right on each camera, I just wanted to ask, like, so you can do the coloring on the camera? Because I don't know that.
Right.
I do the coloring in post-production. I'm not familiar with it in pre, when you actually got the camera set up. So I'm so fucking like thirsty for knowledge.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a reader. I'm constantly reading, and you know what I'm saying, asking motherfuckers questions, so on and so forth. So, man, if you know that you know, if you know that there's always room for more knowledge, and understand that there's no know-it-alls and so on and so forth, like, you going in the right direction.
Absolutely. And you know what I think that is? I think that's pride. And a lot of people let their pride get away of their blessings and their opportunities, because they so stonewalled on having this ego and having the need to be right and about everything, instead of letting that pride down and learning a lesson and being taught something that could be valuable to them. A lot of people just got a lot to learn, and me included. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I know I'm aware, and I think that being aware of our thoughts is like the number one thing that aids to us growing individually and reaching our full potential. So how do you think about your thoughts?
I stay in my thoughts for real. I'm one of them type of motherfuckers. I drive with the music off.
Really?
Like, I be in my thoughts. You know, you'll be in a car with motherfuckers, they be like, turn the music on. Like, I be at the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I be in my thoughts. I'm the type of motherfucker, I don't watch TV. Like, I'm more so, as opposed to watching movies and shows, I'm more so thinking about how to make my own shit. I'm the type of motherfucker that just be sitting in a room just staring at the wall, like, just working and planning and scheming up top, so on and so forth. So I love my thoughts. Absolutely.
Do you have any negative thoughts?
Negative thoughts. You know, you'll have them.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about what you do with them.
Yes. And you know what? I always tell people, like, once you become aware of a thought that you don't fuck with, like, it's a negative thought, like, once you become aware of it, it actually weakens, because your awareness is now there. You're conscious of this thought. So it's like you can change it. You can shift your thinking. And a lot of people don't understand, like, we can really shift our thinking, and that caters to us creating ourselves as well, and just being, and you know what, also trauma, because like you mentioned earlier with the Chicago thing, and like just being on point, and like just looking at people to make sure they're not on shit, that's also trauma too. But trauma just within ourselves and our mind and our bodies, and like just addressing that can help us just be a better person. Yeah.
Man, trauma. You know,
it's deep. I'm sorry.
Man, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a dark thing, like, you know what I'm saying, but it makes you stronger.
Yes.
I wouldn't trade any of the trauma that, you know what I'm saying, I've ever experienced for anything, because it made me into the monster that I am now. It's all about what you do with that trauma. What you mean by monster? You know, I'm numb. I'm not as easily penetratable. Yep, I'm not as penetratable as I, you know what I'm saying, used to be, as a result of, you know what I'm saying, surviving some of the things that I've survived. Like, I'm just, you know, I'm bulletproof.
Are you more calm? Were you ever like impulsive to react to people, like if they tried you in a way that you didn't particularly like?
I still got that bad. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm very calm. I'm not with all that rah-rah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I stay out the way. I mind my business. Like, you know what I'm saying? And take care of my children and parlay when I feel like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't be drawn off of, you know what I'm saying, disrespect and all that other goofy shit. And I'm kind of quick to, you know what I'm saying, woo out. But I prefer to keep the peace, like, you know what I'm saying. But somebody no, I ain't say that. But let's not on some like I'm not interested in going in that direction. What folks say? Try Jesus, but don't try me. What you talking about? Okay. Yeah, I'll be chilling though.
What do you think about letting go, like people in general, not even just personal? What do you think about us letting go of old shit that has happened to us? Is it possible?
I think to let go, I would say, is to not allow it to hinder you anymore. You don't necessarily have to erase it from your memory, but don't allow it to have any further dominion over your spirit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think a lot of people struggle with that, because I mean, I've been through something like that, but it was more like a relationship thing where I couldn't necessarily just let go. Like, and you know what that was? I was just trying to control the situation. And once you stop trying to control people and the situation, you can breathe. Like, it's more peaceful that way. But it's definitely a journey to letting go, and it's not easy at all.
No, that's real shit. It takes prayer and meditation a lot of times, so on and
reading,
so forth.
like you said.
Absolutely.
I read a lot too. Yeah. It gets me through.
Definitely. That knowledge and that constant intake of information and data, it improves your database and allows you to just operate more efficiently.
And naturally shifts your thinking, period. Like, once you open the book, you read it, you no longer think the same. Exactly. And that's just what it is.
Very true.
That's just what it is. But how do you deal with criticism?
I receive it pretty well. I'm not really one to feel a way about it. Sometimes criticism can burn my chest. I will admit it hurts. But you know what I'm saying, I know how to respond to it, like on God Blesssingssss. Like, I definitely appreciate, you know what I'm saying, your opinion. I don't have to agree with it. And if it's some sound criticism or something that has some basis to it, then by all means I'm more than willing to improve whatever I'm doing. But if that shit ain't, if it ain't that, then I appreciate your deposit into the suggestion box. But I'm Gucci, like you said though. So yeah.
Okay, you know what? I think I don't know. Like you said earlier, a lot of people that be criticizing, it just comes from, you know, self-projecting, like the girl at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's nothing we can do about that though. Like, we got to just continue to be who the fuck we supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's your civil duty.
That's our civil duty.
Indeed.
Too.
As far as dating, I'm just really focused. I have a,
You're
I have
Sagittarius.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm about to call you out.
I
know
mean,
y'all don't commit, but go ahead.
It's not even really a commitment thing. It's like I got 3 daughters that, I'm trying to make sure they sitchy, and I am operating a machine. Like corporate entertainment is like, it takes a lot that consumes my life. And I don't really have any interest of, dealing with, somebody that could trying to tell me what I can't do and what I can do, and why you always in the videos with those big booty girls and all that shit. Like I gotta work. Like, that even with the videos, like my level of professionalism in them videos is, above average.
Right.
You will never get a no female coming out talking about VH1, I'm ready to tell my story. Like, Like I work, and that's just that. Like, and I'm an artist, I'm a creative. Like I need to be able to operate fully in my realm. So I'm just really focused, like, and just getting to it. Like, the days, they go by so fast. Like I'm waking up, damn, I gotta wake up and don't even notice when I fell asleep. So it's just like a nigga just really focused. I'm trying to accomplish something.
So you're not dating?
I ain't. I'm not.
Okay.
I feel like at this moment in my life, a relationship would be counterproductive. I'm not saying that anybody in the entertainment industry can't flourish in a relationship, but it just has to make sense. As fucked up as it sounds, a relationship isn't fucking marketable for me right now. Like, Like, but different strokes for different folks. It may work for somebody else. I know a lot of times, especially with women in entertainment, that relationship shit is dead. You lose impressions in traffic just because you claiming that you got a husband at home.
People will unfollow you.
No, seriously.
If you're in a relationship, like, and you're a woman,
you could decrease your earning potential by being in a relationship. So it's just kind of like it's all about what worked for you. Shit, for real. So yeah.
Dang, you can't be alone forever.
I mean, true. At some point, I would imagine, motherfucker probably have to settle down. But I got a lot of work to do right now, so I'm really trying to accomplish that. Yeah,
I feel like the women in your life should respect that.
Most certainly. I don't have any issues.
Okay. You got any questions for me?
Oh man, I'm not really too intrusive. So
Go ahead, be intrusive.
I don't really have any questions. Once again, I'm more than appreciative for even being on this motherfucker. Like I say, I seen a lot of the clips from your interviews go viral and shit, and you was just talking about different things and just being on Real Nigga Time. And I love being on Real Nigga Time. So I just appreciate being a part of this whole little situation.
A character.
For sure.
Okay, I appreciate you for coming on to the podcast.
Blessings, thank you. I know it was like some relationship type shit. As far as it was like some battle of the sexes type shit.
Oh, you probably.
And
saw
it was just
lesson.
like it was some shit for a little minute ago. I've been in tune with you for a little minute, and you just had a very I want to say I wouldn't be surprised if it was the main clip that you had that went viral. You had a very strong stance about some shit, and motherfuckers was just like having a mixed opinions about it. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something between men and women. I'm trying to remember.
I feel like
it
was a clip
about.
With women building men up. I don't know.
Type shit.
Yeah.
It was
I
that.
really
and I was
feel
just
like
like, I love that shit. Like, you was real, like, strong-willed about your shit, and folks was saying how he felt, but nah, that shit was raw as hell.
Do you think women should build men up?
No.
Thank you for your honesty.
I ain't even gonna lie. I would like to be able to go against the grain, but nah, women shouldn't be building men up. You know what I'm saying? Our purpose is to, be that pillar. be that rock. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do feel like women are supposed to provide that, you know what I'm saying, that relaxation, that comfort. They supposed to provide that peace. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to provide that, you hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know what I'm saying? That, ooh la la, what you talking about? Like, but no, I don't feel like they supposed to be building a nigga up. I actually don't honor that shit for real. It's a lot of niggas out here that be using females, and you know what I'm saying, having them to cash out for shit and do all that goofy shit. Like I don't even like gifts from women. Like and even when I'm deserving of the gift, like it just don't feel right. Like I'm a whole man. Like you know,
you gotta get out of that.
It's just something in me. Like my mom, she was just very independent and shit coming up, and I guess growing up into a man, now it's just like I feel like I'm supposed to be that pillar and that rock, you know what I'm saying, for my woman. Definitely shout out to my stepfather, because he stepped in at a certain point and, you know, just picked up the pieces and just took care of, you know what I'm saying, all of us, you know what I'm saying, years going forth until this day. But you know, I just really don't agree with a good for nothing, lousy, ne'er-do-well ass nigga coming around and, you know what I'm saying, a female just supposed to get them together. Like, that shit goofy as hell.
It's very goofy. Do you feel like your stepdad, like, that male influence added to your identity?
Absolutely. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he taught me, you know, it's crazy. Like, I was out with my homie, and there was a situation where the oil in his car needed to be checked. He ain't even know what a fucking dipstick
was. Do men know how to change tires anymore?
I'm so surprised at how many guys out here don't know how to check oil, change tires, change brakes. Like, that shit is amazing to me, because my stepfather put that shit in me. Like, I work with my hands, I put shit together, like, but it's a lot of motherfuckers, like, grown-ass men that just be like, shit, I'm just gonna call triple. Like, wow. Like, it's okay to, you know what I'm saying, participate in the luxury of paying a motherfucker to do shit, so on and so forth. But if it come down to it and you have to do it and you can't,
yes,
that shit, wow to me.
We need men to be in men's business. They not in men's business no more.
I don't get that shit. I don't honor that shit at all. I ain't even gonna hold you. So if you don't know how to check them out, you don't know what a fucking dipstick is at, and you don't know how to change the tire, like, okay, I know how to change brakes. I ain't gonna expect you to do all of that. But if you don't know how to do the fundamentals, G, you're a goofy,
you're not a
bro.
Man.
You're a goofy. I ain't even gonna hold you. You're a goofy.
Period. But I just want to wrap this thing up. I want to thank you so much for coming out and recording with me again.
Blessings,
I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And I just want everybody to, you know, discover themselves, but self-reflect, do some deep healing, especially since the new year is coming right up. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy New Year.
Likewise.
Where can we find you at, Korporate?
On Instagram, you can find me at Korporate00. On Facebook, under Korporate00 as well. Both of my pages are verified. The people that's making fake spam pages of me, they getting busy. They probably been getting busy for over a year, like just scamming. And I'm talking about my fans sending me cash apps that they didn't send. Look, my pages are verified. If it ain't come from the blue check, it was not me, folks. Twitter is fake tweaking with me, you feel me? They ain't gave me my little woo-wop yet. I'm working on that, like, vigorously. But Korporate00 on Facebook and Instagram, and Corporate Business on YouTube, that page is also verified as well.
Okay. Verified King. And y'all know what to do. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, and on YouTube with What's the Word. And thank you guys so much. Also, follow me at Diamonds Dosage on Instagram and the Dosage brand on Twitter.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Queen shape, bitch.